Two men walked into a museum. 81 minutes later, 13 priceless works of art are gone. No alarms triggered. No gunshots fired. No arrests ever made. Over $300 million worth of art vanished into thin air. And more than 3 decades later, the frames are still hanging on the wall. Empty. Welcome to the Heist Vault. Behind every vault, there's a story. And this one? It's still unsolved. It was the night after St. Patrick's Day in Boston when the celebrations fade, the streets grow quiet, and the city moves a little slower than usual. Inside the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, 2 security guards were on duty. Rick Abath and Randy Heston. Not armed. Not exactly elite security. Just 2 guys working the graveyard shift in a building filled with masterpieces. At 1:24 a.m., the silence is broken by a buzz from the museum's side door. 2 men say they're Boston police officers responding to a disturbance call. They're wearing uniforms. Badges. They look official enough. There's just one problem. Museum policy was crystal clear. No one gets in after midnight. Not the police. Not the mayor. Not even your cousin. No one. But that night, the rules bent. And when rules bend, vaults open. Rick Abath, a 23-year-old security guard, makes a decision. He buzzes them in. Within minutes, one of the officers looks at the guards and says something that instantly changes the trajectory of American art history. This is a robbery. No dramatic shouting. No gunfire. The guards are escorted to the basement, handcuffed, and duct-taped. They aren't harmed, but they're effectively removed from the equation. They won't be found for more than 7 hours. State-of-the-art security? I don't think so. And just like that, one of the most valuable art collections in the United States was completely unguarded. For the next 81 minutes, the thieves move freely through the museum. Calm. Focused. Unhurried. Like they'd rehearsed it. Because they probably had. 81 minutes inside the museum. That's not a smash-and-grab behavior. That is confidence. They head straight to the Dutch room. And that's where they make history. They remove Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, the only seascape he ever painted. They cut paintings directly out of their frames. Not carefully removed. Which, if you know anything about art conservation, is basically the equivalent of ripping a page out of the Constitution. They take Vermeer's The Concert, a painting so rare that only around 34 Vermeers are known to exist in the world. Today, it's considered the most valuable stolen painting on Earth. They grab 5 Degas works. A Monet. A small Rembrandt etching. 13 pieces in total. Today, the estimated value of what they stole is over $300 million. All of it. Carried out in just over an hour. Imagine stealing a small island, but it fits in a car. A red one to be precise. No alarms triggered. No officers were waiting outside. They made 2 calm trips to their car, loading priceless artwork like it was luggage after a weekend getaway. Then they walked out the same door they came in. And just like that, they were gone. The weird part is they ignored more valuable paintings. They left behind masterpieces worth even more than what they took. They even stole the finial, a tiny decorative eagle from the top of a flag. Which raises a question. Why steal a priceless Rembrandt? And also grab a decorative ornament? This felt targeted. Almost like someone ordered specific pieces. Like a criminal shopping list. And when a heist feels commissioned, it gets complicated. By morning, the real police arrive. The guards are found in the basement. The galleries upstairs look normal at first glance, until you notice the frames. Empty frames. Paintings sliced out. Gone. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum isn't just any museum. Isabella herself had very specific instructions in her will. Nothing in the collection was ever to be moved or rearranged. Everything had to remain exactly as she left it. Which means those empty frames? They still hang there today, like open wounds on the walls. The FBI launches a massive investigation. Over the years, they chase lead after lead. Theories start stacking up. Some believe the Boston mob was involved. Others say it is Irish organized crime. There's talk of underground collectors, international smuggling rings. In 2013, 23 years later, the FBI publicly announced that they believe they've identified the thieves. Two men tied to New England's criminal underworld. There was just one problem. They were both dead. No trial, no official charges, no courtroom moment. And the paintings? Still missing. The case is technically active, but frozen in time. And what makes this case even more fascinating is, stolen masterpieces like these are almost impossible to sell. You can't just walk into an auction house with a world-famous missing Rembrandt. The second it appears, alarms go off, legally and internationally. Which means, the paintings were likely never meant to be sold publicly. Instead, investigators believe they may have been used as criminal leverage, bargaining chips, collateral in drug deals, negotiation tools for reduced prison sentences. In the criminal world, a stolen masterpiece isn't decoration. It's currency. And somewhere, at some point, those paintings were valuable to someone. But as the years passed, leads dried up. Witnesses died. Suspects disappeared. Evidence thinned out. The reward for information leading to recovery currently stands at $10 million. 30+ years later, it remains the largest art theft in American history. Today, if you walk into the Gardner Museum, you will see the empty frames still hanging in place. The museum chose not to replace them, not to move them, not to pretend it didn't happen. Like a silent message that says, "We're waiting. It's quiet in that room." Visitors stand there staring at blank space where a Rembrandt once hung. It feels unfinished. Like a sentence without a period. 81 minutes. 13 stolen works. Over $300 million. 0 convictions. Somewhere in the world, those paintings may still exist. In a private collection hidden from view. In a climate-controlled storage facility. Or possibly destroyed, though most experts doubt it. Because art like that doesn't just disappear. Someone knows where it is. Someone has known this entire time. And until they talk, the vault remains open. This is biggest art heist in US history, and it is still unsolved. If you want more true heists, unsolved robberies, and criminal masterminds who almost got away with it, subscribe to the Heist Vault. Because behind every vault, there's a story. And this one isn't finished.